Alright, so in today's video, we are going to be looking at 5 different operators. And I'm going to basically give you like every tip that you need for that operator. Now, if you see me change shirts during some of these, I'm not actually changing shirts. I just have these already recorded and I'm kind of compiling these together. However, I want to make this a series. So whatever operators are not in this video, let me know what next 5 ops you want tips for. In today's video, we're going to cover Smoke, Mute, Lesion, Maverick, and Flores. So once again, let me know what other operators you want to see. Give me 5 at a time, or even just 1. I'll just go into the comments and add up a bunch of them. But I want to make this a series. So enjoy the video. I love y'all. Mwah. Gonna be actually like getting off his gadget and still walking up off of it. This will trick a lot of people, especially, bro, if you're in like a 1v1 and you still have an extra one left. Imagine I'm playing down here, right? And I want to walk down this hallway. I can send my drone like this, right? Get off the drone. It's still going to go. And then I can just walk up off this. The person is either going to shoot at that, thinking I'm on the drone, or they're going to be looking at it, shooting at it, and then I swing them and kill them. You can do this in literally any scenario, and it's just a good way to get like free kills, as well as to like cover up sound of you walking behind it. Alright, now let's say somebody was playing right here with like Mute Shotgun or something, and you're playing Flores. They're playing in this corner. What you could do is you can literally just punch this wall right here, just make punch holes right here like this, and then send your Flores drone up to it, right? You'll jump up these punch holes, let go of it, and now anybody playing right here is going to get smoked. Like, it will destroy the entire floor or area. You can do the same thing to get stuff off the wall. Like, let's say I want to get stuff off the attic wall, or I think someone's bandit tricking there. All I'd have to do is just whatever side I think they're on, either the middle, the left, or the right, just make punch holes all the way up, like this. Send my Flores drone up here like this. Jump up, let go, or like lock into it once I'm like close to that. And now that will destroy any bandit sitting there bandit tricking, any bandits that are there. Or now I do that, now I can shoot the Cade off like that. Now, obviously, when you're playing Flores, your main goal is going to be to just like literally sit outside and sit on your drone. And I'm talking like the round starts, you guys are going for this push. There's no problem with sitting back here while your team is doing everything else, and you're just sending your drones in just to destroy like util or shields, or even open up walls. That's the next big thing that people don't like utilize it enough. This is literally like a glorified impact grenade on attack. Because let's say like they leave this wall soft, right? Bro, the holes that you can make with this thing is crazy. Like, jump up here like this, activate this. Now look, this is going to make a gigantic impact hole to where now I can play off this. So it's literally like having an impact on attack. Alright, now the next tip for Flores is going to be, if you've ever seen a Rooney gate, and let's say there's like barbed wire or some sort of util there, or even somebody playing there. If you activate the Flores drone before it hits it like this, the Rooney gate will break, and it will still actually blow up like barbed wire. So once again, literally all you're doing is activating it right before it goes through. So you could still get the barbed wire, get somebody out of a corner, and still destroy all the util with one, instead of having to just send one through. Just make sure you're clearing as much utility as you can, and make sure you're just doing everything I just showed you, and you'll be chilling on Flores. Alright, now the first tip with Lesion is going to be by windows. If you are to break out a window and throw a Lesion mine inside of like the debris or whatever it may be, you can play underneath the windows. Once they rappel up, they're going to hit the Lesion mine, and then you just jump out. Now, when you jump out, they can't take the Lesion mine out on the rappel. They have to rappel down or go to the roof. So you're going to meet them down right here, or they're going to be rappelling up. It's a free kill. And no, they won't see it because there's debris everywhere, bro. Now, with Lesion mines, you don't have to just place them on actual doorways. There's actually certain parts of maps where you can place them like into the ground, essentially, like this one. And this will still go off if they walk in. And you could do this on a ton of other areas, but like anywhere that there's like a hole in the floor where you can place something, it will work if it deploys. Like right here, for example, by this blue tarp right here. You can throw it like this right here. And now if they walk over here to go swing someone fountain, they're going to get hit by this. There's a ton of these on every map where you can just like shotgun out a part of it and place a Lesion mine on top of it. Now when you're actually placing these down, do not place them in the middle of doorways like this. Why is this bad? No one's hitting this. No one, I promise you. Now, you could use this as a sound cue, because if someone shoots it, now you know that somebody is over there. That's fine. But if you want them to actually hit it, you can still do it placing them on the side of doorways. Look at this ring right here. Okay, watch. I'm gonna throw it again. Okay, as we can see by the bullet marks that it reaches this far. It reaches the middle. Unless this guy's fucking Flat Stanley Paper Mario, this guy's not getting into here without hitting the Lesion mine, especially if he's Gridlock or Anifex. So you can place these on the side. However, don't place them too far off because then they will be able to walk in. But make sure you place them like this, at least close enough here, because they won't see that directly unless obviously they're coming around the corner and looking for it. But that will still hit them, as we can see by this. Now, another thing with Lesion. If I want to, let's say I'm defending this site, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to play by a half wall over here. When the round starts, when you only have like 1 or 2 Lesion mines, place those 1 or 2 Lesion mines in spots where you're not going to be playing, so that way you don't have to rotate later on to place them down. Like if I decide I'm going to spawn in, and I'm going to play behind half wall for this round, I'm just going to play over here. The better thing to do would be, okay, I have 2 Lesion mines during the prep phase, throw 1 right here, and then throw 1 in office window. So that way later on in the round, I don't have to rotate back over here. I'll be playing over here anyway, and then from here, I can throw it here, I could throw it on metal, and I don't have to expose myself and put myself in a bad position to place down my mines. Now, when it comes to actually maving a wall, you do not need to do all of this just to get the wall open. You can save yourself a lot of time. Look at the top of the reinforcements, top middle, and then look at the bottom middle, right? So imagine I went like this, all the way at the bottom, like this. Even that, you don't have to do it that much. You can generally just do the middle. And then look all the way at the top like this. It comes off. Look, I did not have to go starting over here, starting over here. All you have to do is do the middle. See, I even went further than you had to over here. Just doing the middle like that now completely breaks this wall to where if you have like an ash, like a buck, you could obviously now fuck this open. Just make sure it's the bottom and the top. It can't be like in the middle. It has to be at the top. When it comes to actually mavericking a hatch, you don't need to do it in a specific pattern. This hatch is going to have a health system, not like some sort of pattern. You don't got to get out of the corners. You can literally start doing crazy patterns in here if you wanted to, right? Like just walking across like this, and you will get the hatch no matter what. Like as we can see, what is this pattern? However, it's all a health system. So you just need to get a certain amount to break it. Now, obviously, it is smarter to generally be further away from it because you don't want someone to be looking through the bottom of it at you while you're doing it. Now, say somebody is bandit tricking a wall and you have a mav. You can place a claymore down right here like this. All you have to do is back up like this, and if they're close enough to it and they're bandit tricking, it will kill them. So look, see, let's say he's playing right here, the bandit's bandit tricking, you mav it, the claymore laser hits him, it kills him. Alright, now tip number 1 when it comes to placing mute jammers down, you have got to stop placing them incorrectly. Now what do I mean by this? If I want to mute off this door right here, this would be bad, right? Placing it right here. Why is this bad? Yes, this gets a door. Yes, the drone cannot come in. But it makes it so easy to shoot. Because look, if I place it right here, I can shoot this safely. I'm not really exposed to anything. I can shoot them all over here. If I place it on this side, though, if I want to shoot this, I have to cross here and then expose myself if I want to shoot it out. So it makes it a lot harder to get rid of them because they can't do it safely. You could literally do this on every single door. Don't place it right here. Place it right here. Why is that? If it's right there when they're coming up white, they can just shoot it. If they want to shoot this one, they'd have to come right here and expose themselves. Very simple tip. And just make sure you're not placing it in the middle either. Do not place it in the middle. Tip number 2. You do not always have to place them down in front of drone holes. Let me explain. So right, there's a drone hole right over here. As we all know, this is a drone hole that leads into the bedroom, right? If I place it right here, there's a chance that a Twitch drone can still destroy it, or a Bravo drone can still hack it. However, the mute jammer's mute goes below things. So that means that I can place something right here, and this will still mute off the drone hole, because it drops. Like, it doesn't have to be directly on the ground. You can place mute jammers higher up, and it will still affect stuff below them. So don't always place them in front of drone holes, or if you can place them up higher up, it will still mute the thing that needs to be muted. And tip number 3, do not use the MP5K on mute. There's people who are going to say, well, I suck on the SMG-11. buddy, listen, you have a shotgun, one of the best shotguns in the game. You're there to make rotates. You can play off your shotgun with your C4. Use this for long range. Use a shotgun for close range. If you struggle, the reason why you don't use a shotgun is because you feel like you stink with the SMG-11. Two things. One, go into free-for-alls and only use the SMG-11. You will learn it very quickly. The next thing, look at these attachments I have right here. These are the best attachments you're going to use for recoil. Holloway doesn't matter. Use whatever hollow you want. Compensator and vertical, and then laser to ADS faster. You are going to use this. Simply come in here and practice. Look, if I shoot up, I'm going to notice that it literally goes straight up and to the left. So all I have to do is pull down and to the right. So just focus on that. Just learn the patterns of the recoil in the shooting range and go into the free-for-alls and just practice using only this. You will get so much better with it. Literally, you will be able to map people with this thing. Look, no recoil from across the map. It just comes down to practice. The shotgun is way better to have. You make rotates. You have a C4, so you have this for close range. You have this for long range. Trust me. One of the most important things with smoke is to know when to throw your smoke grenade. Way too often people will spam this so early. And there's no issue with using it early, but I want to explain when to. For those who do not know, a smoke grenade will last 10 seconds. So if you can kind of burn as much time at the end, you can basically waste 30 seconds of the time using all three if used correctly. But you don't want to be afraid to use it early in the round. Obviously, it's good to save for the end, but you want to also make sure you're using it when you need to stop a rush or to hold someone off or to wait for your team to come help you. Let me give you an example. Imagine I'm playing top white right here, right? And they're pinching me from this window right here, right? And they're also coming up my white stairs, right? So there's one here and there's one here. I can use my smoke grenade early to throw one like this. Now, for these 10 seconds, I don't have to worry about this. And then I can go and focus on this. I'd also stop somebody from rushing at me, and it allows me to focus on something else. Now, another example of when I'd want to use this early on. Imagine they start yanging and smoking out this main window, and I'm like the only one over here. It's good to smoke off an area if you need to kind of allow your teammates to come back towards you, or to wait for more people to come to you and help you. So it kind of helps stop a rush. It's just really good to do. Now, obviously, like I said, you want to try and use them towards the end of the round, obviously, but it's okay to use them early. Just don't spam them. They last 10 seconds each, and you don't need to use them all in the beginning. Now, if you're playing smoke, please do not use that FMG, bro. Do not use that FMG. Use the primary shotgun. You're playing smoke. You can make rotates. Your team is probably going to need somebody to make rotates. Somebody to make head holes. On top of that, just like our mute video, you have a shotgun. One of the best shotguns in the game. You can play close up with the shotgun and then far range with the SMG. If you suck with the SMG, it's very simple. All you gotta do is go into the shooting range. These are the attachments I use. Compensator and vertical for the best recoil. Laser to ADS faster. And you just want to practice. I went over this in my mute one, but look at this, right? If I look at this, I notice it's going to go up and to the left with the compensator. So all I have to do is pull down and to the right. So just practice this up close. Look, you're going to have no recoil. Then back up more, the more you practice. So where eventually you can literally laser this thing from any distance. It all just comes with practice. And free-for-alls only, run around with this thing. Or just sitting here and just practice it, bro. There's actually like no recoil. I'm telling you. And it'll be way more worth it to use this and use the shotgun. Trust me. A little extra tip. I'm not gonna show you anything, but do not roam with smoke. You know, if you want to roam off site where you're like holding above, that's different. But you generally want to be near site because you're playing smoke and you have a shotgun. So don't go around and roam with them. But let me know what op you want to see next.